What is the number one tip that I could give you about your blog? Let's get right into it. A lot of you probably have your own blogs, and I think that's great because blogging is one of the best ways to not only get your thoughts out there, but to boost your brand and market yourself. But it can be kind of hard knowing when you're starting from scratch how to actually be effective at writing a blog. Blogs also come in many different shapes and forms. A podcast is a blog, a YouTube channel is like a blog, or written content is a blog, obviously, but also even Instagram and Facebook, these social media platforms, the content that we create there, it's like a blog in a lot of ways. So if you're building a blog in any one of these formats, I want to give you the absolute best marketing strategy that I possibly could, aside from being generous, aside from creating great content, the one actionable thing that you can do to completely change the game for your blog, whatever format it's taking. So I'm going to let you in on a secret that has helped me a ton, and here it is. When you're researching your keywords that you want to use, you go for high volume keywords with very low competition. I want to explain this, and if you use a tool like Keywords Everywhere or Ahrefs, these are very simple tools that can tell you the difficulty of a keyword. Basically, what that means is how hard is it going to be? How much work is it going to take to rank on the first page or in the first spot for that keyword in Google? Obviously, the higher the difficulty of the keyword, the harder it's going to be. So instead of going after these hyper-competitive keywords, why don't we try to find longer keywords, more specific keywords, potentially more buyer intent keywords that fewer people are searching for, but have far less competition. And there are tons of keywords out there that you can research that also have decent volume. This is incredibly powerful for your SEO because you're no longer going to be going after keywords you're never going to rank for. Instead, you're going to be very deliberate, and when you're writing your blog post or you're writing the show notes for your podcast, you'll start looking at these keywords that have pretty decent volume but very low competition. And basically what that means is you can rank easily for them. If you have just one or two backlinks for a lot of these, you'll be able to rank number one and start getting 500 people a month onto your page. Now, you still have to put in the work, but if I were to give you one tip for your blog, it's to do this. And I want to show you very quickly how it's done. First and foremost, if you don't have the Chrome extension called Keywords Everywhere, you should get that right away. It basically gives all of your Google searches very interesting statistics that can help you know what keywords are good and what keywords are bad. It'll tell you the volume for that keyword, it'll tell you the competition, it'll even tell you the average cost per click. Very useful for your blog. Once you have it installed, all you do is search a term. And when you search that term and hit enter, you're going to notice when the search results populate that there's going to be this statistic right underneath the query box that tells you exact information about it, just as I've mentioned. Now, you're going to look for keywords that have high volume and low competition. And when you found one that has high volume and low competition, stick with it and use that keyword a couple of times in your article or in your podcast show notes. This also applies to YouTube channels. You can write this in the show notes for your videos. That's my number one tip. I hope that this was helpful. Please use this. Please go out there and implement this for your blog. You're gonna get just upticks in traffic, upticks in the quality of people you're bringing in, because the longer keywords, while they have fewer people searching them, they have better people searching for them, more buyer intent people. So get right to it, and I would love to hear how it goes for you.